Hey Blue Tribe, it's your girl Lady Blue, and I'm here with another video. This video is a little different from what I've been posting lately just because I want to give some variety to my content. But all of that, getting straight to the point. 8 tips for working out as a beginner from a beginner. So, tip number one. This one is especially for this. Oh, 8 tips for working out as a beginner from a beginner. So, tip number one, set a bedtime. This is really important for my people who want to start waking up early to work out and or really want to be a more active person in the morning. Instead of focusing on the time you have to get up, focus on the time you need to go to bed. I think that's a little easier to wrap your mind around versus like, I got this new task, getting up early, something you don't want to do anyway, because who wants to really get up early besides a few people? But so for that type of thing, I definitely suggest setting a bedtime and just setting it for like 8 hours due to what you normally wake up. And sometimes what I do is like 30 minutes before I plan to go to bed, I just kind of get everything together, get like my workout clothes and stuff together, have that set to the side, and then I just sit in the bed and just stay calm till it's time to drift off to sleep. Yes. So tip number two, clear your schedule for your first month of working out. So if you're new to working out or it's been some years or some months or whatever, and you don't have you don't have like stamina set up or anything of that nature, I really suggest clearing your schedule the first month you start working out. And what I mean by that is, instead of having like happy hour with your homegirls or, going out to like 5 different events on a Saturday, I highly suggest just like clearing your schedule and only leaving like small activities or things that's going to like relate to your workout journey. Just because when you start working out, especially if you're working out 3+ days a week, you are going to be exhausted. I'm telling you. When I did the 31-ish days of bar, I was completely exhausted, could not I ain't really had no energy, and when I did have energy, it was for events where it was like right before my rest day, or right like on the rest day, as well as towards the end of the month, I was able to start going out more and like not feel so tired. But I definitely suggest like clearing your schedule, whatever else, like eliminating happy hours and things like that, at least for the first 2 to 3 weeks. But I say for the first month, clear your schedule. So that's going to lead to tip number three, which is. Hold on. I lost my place, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, tip number three. Oh, sorry. So, tip number three is severely reduce or stop your vices. And when I say vices, I mean things like, you know, gardening lettuce, alcohol, and if you are a binge eater or struggle with that like I do, even food. And when I say significantly reduce and or cut your vices, that's exactly what I mean. So, I like to partake in lettuce. But the lettuce also contributes to me binge eating. So, in order to not binge eat and get the best benefit from me going to work out 3 or 4 days a week, I have to learn to cut down on that, as well as like um, even some days just not doing it at all. It's not the easiest, especially if you're used to kind of like waking and baking, but it does help with like food consumption and things like that. Um, Another vice I mentioned was food. I would say, especially like your sweet treats or your salty snacks, if you have that in excess, then I definitely suggest cutting that back, or I would suggest cutting it back. not fully eliminating it just because it's not, it makes you want it more. Um, and the same for alcohol. Alcohol has a lot of sugar. I'm not a big drinker, especially once I started, gardening in different ways. So I don't really like to drink alcohol that much or that often. It's typically I'm focused like, oh, it's a party, I'm gonna be lit, whatever else. But if your vice is drinking, especially if you're trying to lose like your belly area, significantly cut that out because it has so much sugars. And I'm pretty sure if you don't drink alcohol for like 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see a significant difference. So that leads us into tip number 4, which is, goodness grief, ease into your diet. So a lot of us, we get excited about our wellness, our fitness, our discipline, whatever journey, fat loss, whatever, that we just want to go and start cutting everything off cold turkey. No, that's not how any of this works. So, what I noticed for my 31 ish days of bar, one of the things that I really wanted to cut out was fast food. But I also know due to my lifestyle, which is like being a caregiver and, working and just sometimes to be honest, I don't always like to cook, or I don't always want to cook to satisfy everyone else's palate, especially with me being a caregiver and a wife. So sometimes I just give up the battle with cooking. Like I don't want to hear a complaint about something I made. Oh, like I don't want to hear a complaint about something I made or anything of that nature. So I just would like let somebody else cook it. But I started doing things like making sure I bought food for the week, actually actively cooking and prepping it ahead of time, and eating in at least 3 to 4 days a week. So that has been a great and significant push. Um, and it has reduced how much fast food we partake in. We still partake in it from time to time, but I'm also in the mindset of, sometimes life throws you curveballs no matter what kind of journey you on. So you don't want to completely eliminate yourself from eating something, it may be as an excuse to others, but as of right now for my lifestyle, that's what it is. Um, Another thing that I would highly suggest, which is tip, I think number 5 or 6, up your hygiene. Up your hygiene. If you are a once a day shower type of girly like I am, where it's those like, I don't really do that much at work. I sit at a desk, one shower suffice, whatever else, up it. Up it, up it, up it, up it, up it. Um, like I said, towards the end of my 31 ish days of bar, um, I ended up getting a boil in my private area. I know it's a TMI, trigger warning, whatever else. And I really think it's from me doing bar from 2 days a week up and into 6 days a week. But my downfall was wearing moisture wicking leggings and coming home from doing bar and sitting down in those leggings and just going straight to work. So just working on my laptop at home because I may only have like 20 minutes in between getting home and getting settled and ready for work. So I think that contributed a lot to it. So now my mindset is I take a shower the night before I go to class, and then when I get home from class, I take a shower immediately. If time doesn't permit, or I get caught up doing something around the house or for my job, then I at least need to, within 15 minutes of being home, going upstairs and washing my private areas with antibacterial soap. Because when I tell y'all I had a boil down below, you just don't want that. You don't want to go through that experience. I don't wish it on the devil himself. Just up your hygiene. Whatever your hygiene is now, you may have to add a extra submersing yourself in full water activity afterwards. Just and I feel as though, and I'm not saying it to be like one of those creators that be like, and this is how you wash it behind and you're good. No, just if you're working out and serious about it, up your hygiene, because I'm telling you, for your body's sake, like your skin and stuff, and plus you just never know what people do at the gym or your class, but also the smell. Because now that I work out, I swear I smell sweat everywhere that I might be with my gym clothes. I'm like, oh my God, I hate it. So, taking those clothes off immediately, putting them in a designated area, things of that nature, just up your hygiene. So, the next thing I want to talk about, which is another thing that surrounds food, which is find a healthy treat to look forward to. So, I go to a boutique kind of studio gym. Basically, they only teach classes there. The only classes they teach are bar classes. They're different levels. But the beauty and bonus about it is that it's directly across the street or across the parking lot from a pure raw juice place, which is a smoothie place here in Baltimore. I think it's kind of like a locally owned thing. Um, so what I do is I'm like, if I complete my 6 classes a week, that is my goal. Then on Saturday morning, after I complete that sixth class, I get to go and have me a smoothie from Pure Raw. And sometimes I do Smoothie King or whatever else, but like that's a healthy treat that I get to look forward to towards the end of the week. Also, it's sweet, it's fulfilling, it's like a meal for a few hours, but I also prep to like really keep something close by for when that hunger subsides in like 2 hours, because then you're starving. Uh, Lastly, and probably the most important, is doing it for you seriously. Oh, no, 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 it's two more. So this one is making sure you're doing this for you, doing this for your body, doing this for your mind well being. Um, I realized at times in the past when I was on this journey of mine, I was kind of doing it to shut other people up or to shut my doctors up or to just like get people off my back. And sometimes I even been to the thing of like, oh, let me do this to improve the male gaze or improve my husband gaze. And I don't even know why I was on that. But I never really did it for me besides one other time where I was really successful, but then I switched it just because of different circumstances. So, one thing I want to really iterate is do this for you. Take your journey for you, because when you do it for you, you take it a little more serious. And plus, you want to start repeating things to yourself. Like, you don't want to break promises to yourself. This is something for you. And once you start on it and you start to prioritize yourself, you realize that the world treats you different. And it's not because of, oh, you look different or your looks are so drastic from starting this journey. It's just from they can sense that, oh, you take you serious, so now we take you serious. So make sure when you're on this journey, do it for you. Lastly, my last tip is this time is different, so do it differently. So most people who are on a fitness, wellness, whatever journey, most people that's on this style of journey, they're they might repeat some of the old steps or things of that nature. One of the things that I've been repeating to myself or I use as motivation is this time is different, so do it differently. So, the last time I was trying to go to the gym, I was weighing myself every week or every month, and I was doing this and doing that, and kind of just floating or whatever else. And I really realized that last time that going to the gym is not my thing. I'm better off with classes. Because, like I said, I'm a caregiver, so at times I suffer from decision fatigue. And just to have to plan out and do my own workouts with no guidance, that was too much of a task for me. So that's why I'm in the classes and things of that nature. So, I would say keep that mindset of this time is different, so do it differently. You know, maybe the last time you did it didn't work out because of your diet. Okay, so you know what didn't work last time, so do the things that do work this time. Like I said earlier, restricting everything and taking everything away cold turkey. That may be not the best for you, but maybe it's, oh, I could have a half a cup of ice cream a night or frozen yogurt or whatever else. So those are things that I like to think of when I say I'm doing it different, and it's different this time because it is different this time, and I'm going to accomplish my goal, whatever that goal may be. So I hope these tips are helpful. Let me know if you want any more workout beginner tips from a beginner. Um, I'm really excited to bring y'all on this journey of just self improvement and, you know, becoming the best version or woman of myself that I can be. So I hope to see y'all soon, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I love you. Stay safe.